Hey guys, so do you like my shirt? I just got this yesterday. It says NASA. Just got this at Target yesterday. I thought it was pretty and it made me think of spring because of the color scheme. And also, I like that it says NASA on there because when I was a little girl, we went to the moon and then nothing much else happened until now. And now finally, we are going to be doing some exciting things with the space program and trying to go off on an exploratory mission and maybe colonize Mars. I mean, how cool and exciting would that be? Although my gut instinct tells me that that's not really a planet that we can ever do anything with. But anyways, yeah, that's not what this video is about. This is the worst, these are the worst products that I tried in 2019. Not to be a negative Nancy or anything, but yeah, sometimes these kinds of videos can be more beneficial than the positive videos because it will give you some input on maybe things to steer clear of that aren't so good, and you can spend your money elsewhere. And I have to say this little disclaimer: if you like any of these products, that's great. You do you. We all have different tastes in things, and things don't work out for different reasons. But yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when I get to specific products. All right, so let's start with eyeshadow. I wanted to love this so much. As a matter of fact, I remember when I bought this, I was going to buy a whole bunch of them. And then I thought, well, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should try one, see what I think, and then go from there. I'm so glad that I did that. This is the Flower Beauty Pop Fanatic eye pigment, and I bought it in the shade Wham. And this is a cream eyeshadow, and I thought that the color was very unique, and that's what drew me to it because I've never had a cream eyeshadow that was anything like this. But no matter how I tried to use this with a primer underneath it, without a primer, I tried to use it multiple ways, and it just, creased and was just a hot mess after a while. There wasn't anything I could do to keep it in place and stop it from migrating. So what I've been doing is using it as a blush because it works out okay as a blush because that part of your face doesn't tend to crease for some reason, but on your eyes, sometimes it can be a bit tricky as to what you can use on your eyes. So fine for a blush, but it wasn't marketed as a blush. It was marketed as it says eye pigment on there. So that didn't work out. Okay, some things I'm going to have to put pictures of because I don't have them anymore because I either threw them away or returned them. So that's what this next item falls into that category. The next thing I'm talking about is the Fenty Soft Matte Lip Cream, and I bought it in the shade Vogue. Okay, so I just went to the shopmisse.com website to get a picture of that product, and apparently I'm not the only one that didn't like it because it's not on the website anymore. So I don't have to warn you to stay away from it, but it just went on really patchy and had a weird texture to it, and yeah, it was just not a good product. So that's the Fenty Soft Matte Lip Cream, just in case they bring it back. However, I have to say that I do really like that brand's foundation of all things because everything on Shop Miss A is $1. So the foundation is really good, but the lip products I would stay away from. Okay, the next thing I also don't have, and hopefully I can find a picture of it. It is the Hard Candy eyeliner, pencil eyeliners from Walmart. Okay, so this was the Hard Candy Stroke of Gorgeous pencil eyeliner in the shade Kryptonite. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that is such a beautiful shade of green. I don't have anything like that in my eyeliners, but the formula was so dry that trying to drag it across that delicate skin on my eyes, it just wasn't depositing the color. And that's eyeliners, that's something that you can't, press hard on because, you're doing it right in a sensitive area. Because I like to use my eyeliners mainly along the lower lash line. So unfortunately, that didn't work out. All right, so the next thing is the Morphe blush palette in Cool Pro 8C. When I saw this palette at Ulta, I said, this is exactly what I've been looking for. How beautiful are these shades? All in one palette. I said, oh, this is great, because at the time I felt like I just didn't like any of my blushes, and I was looking for a way to just, rectify that situation. And the colors are beautiful, but I don't like this formula. I don't like the way they blend. They're very dry, very patchy. So this was such a disappointment. I should have returned this, but sometimes, you're like trying to make things work, or you plan on returning it and then you just don't get around to it for whatever reason. But I definitely should have returned that. So I don't think I would try any more Morphe blushes because of that. What's really strange, at the beginning of the video I was saying if you like something, that's fine. And the reason why I'm saying that is I saw this in somebody's video that it was best product of the year, and I'm thinking to myself, really? That? They're so dry and patchy. But see, that just goes to show that, two people can have a different opinion about something. But I didn't like that palette at all. All right, the next product is another Morphe product, which, not to beat up on any specific brands, but there are certain brands that I have multiple products of in this video. Okay, so the next product is the Morphe Brow Pencil. This product was so dry that not only could I not get anything to deposit into my brows, like I was pressing down really hard trying to drag the pencil into my eyebrows. But when I tried to do a swatch of it on my hand, I couldn't even get it to show up on my hand. It was so dry. I think it's the absolute worst brow pencil I have ever tried. So that was a fail. Let's see, what else have I got here? This is an e.l.f. product. I was foolish enough to buy this not once, but twice, because I bought it the first time. I didn't like it. I kept hearing everybody rave about it on YouTube, saying how much they loved it, and I had given the first one away to someone, and so I ended up buying it again. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I think I've even had these in multiple colors. This one is Moonlight Pearls. And people said, oh, you have to scrape the outer layer off and get at the product that's underneath, and it's so beautiful. And you know what? If I have to scrape my product with a knife or a nail file or something to get at the good stuff inside, that's too much work for me. And I wasn't even convinced once I did that it really didn't look that much better. So I don't care for baked products in general. I don't want to have to use something that's mandatory, that I spray like setting spray with it or scrape it, or I would rather just not buy baked products, period. Too much work. too much of an aggravation. So Moonlight Pearls is going bye-bye again, and this time it's not getting a third try. Okay, what else? I don't have this to show you anymore either. This is the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. Now granted, it is marketed towards people with oily skin, but I have used things in the past that were supposed to be that type of formula, and I could use it anyway. I would just put on like extra moisturizer or not use powder with it or whatever. I would, you know, do things to kind of tweak it. But this was so dry that it didn't blend well, and it made my skin horrible. And as if that wasn't bad enough, it was the strangest foundation color range I have ever seen. Some of the shades looked green. I mean, it was a really, really weird color selection. I couldn't find anything even close to my shade. I tried to buy the, you know, the closest thing that I could, but yeah, some of the shades looked green. So I don't know what they were thinking, because I don't usually have problems finding a shade in Maybelline. So that was definitely a fail. And then the next one is this. And I can't believe how many people I've heard say this is like their holy grail foundation. Not me. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This stuff smells like, let's see. Oh, God. Sort of a cross between paint and flowers and something else that I can't quite put my finger on, but it smells horrible. If you can get past the smell of it, it has a doe foot applicator, and the bottle is really heavy, and it's like a pretty bottle, very bougie looking, but it is drugstore, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, I didn't like this formula. I didn't like the way that it applied on my skin. I didn't feel like it blended very well. This was just a huge, huge fail for me. Did not like this at all, and definitely gonna throw that out once this video is uploaded. Okay, what's next? Oh, this. This is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. And underneath that it says, 4 beautifying actions: primes, corrects, hydrates, and perfects. Flawless bare skin finish. So you can use this for a variety of things. I bought it as a primer. The issue that I have with this is that it separates. And no matter how much you shake this container, you can shake this all day long and it's not going to make any difference. Okay, so I gave that a really good shake, right? Watch this. It is so liquidy and runny. Now you saw how much I shook that you can't do anything with it. I mean, oh, thank God it's not one of those L'Oreal products that smells bad. But yeah, it's so liquidy and runny, and it's very, very white, and it does come in different shades, so you know, I probably could have gone with a darker shade, but this is the lightest one, and it is very, very light, and so it's just, ugh, it's disgusting. I don't like the way it feels once it dries down. It doesn't feel nice at all. It has like a dry powdery texture. I don't want that in a primer. I want my primer to be hydrating, or maybe have a bit of a slip to it, or I don't know. This is like the opposite to me of what a primer should be. Especially since it's a BB cream. BB creams are supposed to have like nice skin benefits to them, this is horrible. I'm getting rid of that too. After this, the year is over, so everything I bought in 2019 that I hated is going in the trash. Because any of these products I wouldn't give to a friend or a family member because they're just, ugh. All right, what else have we got here? Okay, the next thing is also by L'Oreal, and I don't have it anymore because I returned it. I wish I was better at that, but you know, sometimes I do return things, but this was expensive, so no way was I going to keep that. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer. Okay, so here's why I returned that. First of all, if you just saw the picture, when I first saw this in the store, I was like, wow, that is the most beautiful shade of bronzer. That's going to look so good on me. In the summer when I have a tan, I think I did buy it in the warm weather. Um, so I bought it and I was like, well, you know, a little pricey, but if it works, great. So I bought it, I brought it home, I opened it up, I put some on my face and was totally shocked because the color that you see in the pan is completely different than what it looks like on your face. It turned into the ugliest color. I guess what it boils down to is it oxidized. If it had gone on my face, what it looked like in the pan, I would have probably been finding like my holy grail bronzer, but oh my God, it looks so bad. So I said to myself, no way in heck am I keeping this. So I returned it. So I can't even tell you about the formula because I was so blown away by what was going on with the color that I wouldn't even be able to evaluate the formula. Yeah, it oxidized and it changed. The whole tone of it changed. It was really freaky. Okay, and the next category is going to be false lashes. This year I tried so hard to get into false lashes and I couldn't do it for a variety of reasons. I realized that I was allergic to most of the lash glues because they have latex in them. So then I started buying latex free lash glue and I started getting horrible migraines. And I know it was the lash glue because and wearing the false lashes because that was the only time I was getting the migraines was every time I wore false lashes. And so then they invented these magnetic lashes and I thought, ooh, this is great because now I'll be able to wear false lashes because these don't work with glue. They work with eyeliner. The eyeliner has magnetic particles in it, so you put the eyeliner on, then you put the lash on top. And I thought, oh, this is going to be wonderful. So this was the first one that I tried. This is the Ardell, and it comes with this little tub of magnetic eyeliner. Well, this eyeliner is so dry right off the bat, like when you open the container for the first time. It's almost impossible to get a nice clean line across your eyelid. And I tried like doctoring it up and putting some I put a few drops of olive oil in there, and then the consistency of it got really weird, and then I couldn't work with it either because of the texture, and then it didn't stick anymore that well either because when I did try this for the first time, the eyelashes did stick on the eyeliner when it was this dry, cakey mess. But then I couldn't get the eyeliner on nicely. So it didn't matter that they stuck. And then after I mixed the olive oil into it, they didn't stick anymore. So then I saw these and I thought, oh, okay, let's try a different brand. Maybe they know what they're doing. So I bought these, and this comes with a liquid eyeliner. And I thought, okay, great. Liquid eyeliner, I'm not going to have the issues with the eyeliner being dry. So I put that on. I was able to get a nice clean line, went on beautiful, put the lashes on. They wouldn't stick to the eyeliner. So I give up. No more false lashes for me. Don't bother leaving your recommendations telling me, oh, but you need to try such and such. No. I'm allergic to latex. The non-latex glue gives me migraines, so that obviously there's something in that too that I'm allergic to. And these don't work for the reasons why that I just explained. So it's going to have to be mascara all the way. Speaking of mascara, I could have probably put 4 or 5 mascaras in this video, but what I have come to the conclusion of is there are very few good mascaras on the market. I feel like most of them are not good and really don't make that much of a difference. So it would be easier to tell you what is good for mascaras than it is to list all the ones that didn't work. So the good mascaras are Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect, Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and the new Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift, and Maybelline The Falsies, oh shoot, I think it's got the word lift in it. Wait a minute. Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama. Yeah, any of those 4 mascaras are wonderful, but I tried so many mascaras this year that were just a huge disappointment that I think I'm just going to stick in the future with what works. I just recently tried the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara, and where is the product on this brush? This is brand new, right out of the package, and there's hardly anything on that brush. Now, some people, for some reason, like a dry mascara. I don't understand why. People that have problems with clumping, I guess. But to me, if it's dry to start with, it's only going to go downhill and get worse from there. This did very little to my lashes, and as I was trying to apply it, it was almost like my lashes were rejecting the formula or something. Like what little was on the brush didn't even want to coat my lashes. I was so disappointed because I have had good mascaras from L'Oreal before. That's another one that you can add to the list of great mascaras. L'Oreal Telescopic is an excellent mascara, but this sadly was not. So that's it, you guys. Those are the worst products that I tried in 2019. And if you have any of your own suggestions, or you know, what were your worst products that you tried this year, leave them in the comment section and help us all out to stay away from certain products. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.